going on YouTube world? My name is Ghiman Mckinney, or you can just call me Juice, because that is my nickname. I appreciate you guys for watching this video today. Be sure to smash this like button right about now, as it does help these videos get out to the public and my channel to grow overall. Subscribe to the channel if you're new as well. I do post a ton of great sports videos weekly, and I post every single day if I can, and turn on post notifications too, so you do not miss a single one of those videos that I post. It is only right, you guys. 49ers versus Packers. Oh man, I cannot wait to see that bad man Aaron Rodgers go up against this 49ers defense for a second time. I understand the first matchup did not go so well, but I have a feeling this matchup will be a lot more closer. I'll get to those things in a little bit. You know, the 49ers, they're coming into this game, you know, based on what people have seen from the season, it's pretty much not a surprise to a lot of people, just based on the way the 49ers have played, you know, that they are actually here. They look the part as a number one seed. They earned the number one seed. They beat teams like the Saints. They beat teams like the Packers. They beat teams like the Seahawks. They pretty much beaten everyone in front of them. I mean, Jimmy G and that 49ers offense, it looked pretty good versus the Vikings. That defense is starting to get healthier now. And now the Green Bay Packers are here. And, you know, there were some people that believed in the Packers. I personally felt that I was higher on the Packers than most people. I said a couple weeks ago, I would not be shocked if this team wins the Super Bowl. I just had a feeling that, look, Aaron Rodgers, he's finally got a better defense. He's finally got a better running game. And I understand that he's not having the Aaron Rodgers of old season where he's throwing 35 touchdowns to, like, I don't know, 6 or 7 interceptions. You know, he didn't put up godly stats this year. Aaron Rodgers is no longer the best quarterback in football. He's close, but he's no longer in a league of his own. But Aaron Rodgers is still really good. I understand that the Packers played in a lot of close games. They're 9-1 in close games this year. They don't always look the part, but I've been saying for a while, this Packers team, they find ways to win, whether it be with Aaron Rodgers, whether it be with special teams, defense, you know, running the football with Aaron Jones, who leads the league in touchdown passes. And now Aaron Rodgers gets an opportunity to beat the team that passed on him in a 2005 NFL draft. And how sweet would it be if Aaron Rodgers ends up knocking off this 49ers team and winning a Super Bowl? That would be the ultimate clap back at the 49ers to say, hey, I told you so. Aaron Rodgers already has one Super Bowl. That's one Super Bowl the 49ers potentially could have had under their belt. But now Aaron Rodgers can say, hey, I beat you guys. And under my watch, you didn't get that one Super Bowl, okay? Now, San Francisco has a better team. I acknowledge this. San Francisco is a much better overall team than the Packers. Offensive line, defensive line especially, you know. Really the only advantage that the Green Bay Packers have is at quarterback. I think Aaron Rodgers is one of the 5 best quarterbacks in football today. Jimmy G's good, but he's not Aaron Rodgers. And now that Aaron Rodgers has caught fire, you know, and now that he's playing like the Aaron Rodgers smack dead in the middle of his prime, you know, that coming off a great game versus Seattle, I think Green Bay has a shot. I understand that people say the score was 37-8 the first time. The Packers got no shot. And I understand that people feeling that way, you know. But when you look back at that game, look, you could say the Packers defense got shredded. To a certain extent, you're right, because they gave up 37 points. But if you just actually watch that game, it was really the Packers' inability to move the football as to why they got blown out so much. The Packers' defense didn't play great, but I mean, they only gave up 339 yards. It's not like they gave up over 400 yards of offense to the 49ers. No, that didn't happen. They sacked Jimmy G 3 times. They had some success. The only problem was the Packers were 1 of 15 on third down. And listen, I don't care how stout your defense is, okay? If your offense cannot move the football and they keep setting up short opportunities and great field position for the opposing team's offense, the defense eventually is going to break. And that's what happened to the Packers defense. Obviously, they gave a big play to George Kittle. Obviously, they gave a big play to Deebo Samuel. But if you take away the turnover, and if the Packers just move the football and at least apply some type of pressure to the 49ers on defense, it could have been a much different game, you know. And I believe that the Packers will find some success in this game. For one, because they're now seeing the 49ers defensive line and just their overall speed on defense for the second time this year. You know, I feel like that if you face the 49ers defense for the first time, it hits you smack dead in the face. You're like, wow, this defense is that good. They're that fast. They're that physical. They're that strong. The Packers have the luxury of going back and watching film and saying, hey, at least we kind of can get an indication of what this 49ers defense is actually all about. And there are quarterbacks that have had some success versus this 49ers defense this year. All the quarterbacks I'm going to mention to you have at least scored 20 points versus the 49ers this year. Kyler Murray, Russell Wilson, Lamar Jackson, Drew Brees, Matt Ryan, Jared Goff. The second time he faced the 49ers, he played pretty well. Aaron Rodgers, outside of maybe Russell Wilson, in my opinion, is better than all those quarterbacks right now. So Green Bay, I believe they're going to have some success because they've seen the 49ers defense twice, because Aaron Rodgers is just that guy. And listen, guys, I don't care how great your defense is. You cannot defend perfectly thrown footballs. And you just get the sense that Aaron Rodgers, he's kind of on a mission. He's been talking about, I'm on potentially the 18th or 19th hole. I know what this year means to my legacy. I know that you don't get too many of these opportunities. Aaron Rodgers, you get a sense that he's kind of on a mission this year. There's just something about him and a certain aura about the way he's playing and the way he's speaking in these press conferences that he knows what's at stake. He is laser focused. And now I believe the Packers are going to have a shot because they have that guy, Aaron Rodgers, and he can beat anyone when he's at his best. When Aaron Rodgers is at his best, he might be the best quarterback of all time. And I believe the Packers, if they're going to win this game, they have to have some success on first and second down. Listen, the 49ers, if they just play their game, they're going to beat the Packers, okay? Because listen, the Green Bay Packers are not as good on the offensive line as the 49ers are on the defensive line. Listen, if the 49ers get after Aaron Rodgers, if they force turnovers, if they just play their brand of football, they're going to win. Bottom line, because they just have better players, no doubt. But I believe the Packers, in order for them to win this game, they are going to have some type of success on first and second down. Because if you get into obvious passing situations with this 49ers defense, listen, they can get home not even blitzing. They can get home just rushing 4 guys. If you're in 3rd and 9, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 10, you're toast. So Aaron Rodgers and the Packers, whether it be running the football first and second down or throwing the football on early downs, they have to get themselves into some 3rd and 4s, 3rd and 5s, 3rd and 3s, 3rd and short. They have to have some success on first and second down to at least keep the 49ers guessing. I believe that they're going to need to at least have to try to run the football and establish a run game with Aaron Jones, who's had a great dynamic season for the Packers, okay? And I believe that, look, if I'm the Packers defense, I'm loading that box. I'm saying, Jimmy G, beat me. Because the Green Bay Packers run defense has been very shaky this season. They had a great game versus the Seattle Seahawks last week, but the Seahawks have been inept to run the football ever since they lost their 3 running backs, okay? So listen, if I'm Green Bay, I load that box and I say, Jimmy G, go beat me. The Green Bay Packers have the defensive backs to match up with the 49ers wide receivers and their tight ends. Darnell Savage and Adrian Amos. That's a pretty good dynamic duo at the safety position, okay? Jair Alexander, Kevin King, Tramon Williams. They have great defensive backs. That's the strength of their defense. I believe that they're going to have to be aggressive and force some turnovers and get pressure on Jimmy G if they're going to win this game. They cannot just let Matt Breida and Tevin Coleman and Mostert just run the football down their throat. If they start fast and they just load the box a little bit, they're going to have a shot to win this game. And listen, they have to at least try to control the clock and keep the 49ers defense on the field a lot longer. Because if you keep the 49ers defense on the field, eventually their pass rush can get tired out. Eventually, the 49ers offense just can't do anything because, well, they're watching from the sideline. And I believe Aaron Rodgers is going to have to play close to perfect for this Packers team to win. Because, listen, Aaron Rodgers could play great, and they can still lose this game, okay? And also, listen, if someone else besides Davante Adams is going to have to step up. Richard Sherman, he has the ability to take a player away like Davante Adams, okay? He's just that good. He might still be a top 3 quarterback in football. Maybe he's still the best if you just look at the analytics, okay? Richard Sherman is great. Someone, whether it be Jimmy Graham, Marquez Valdes-Scantling, Geronimo Allison, Alan Lazard, they are going to have to step up in this game and give Davante Adams some help because the Aaron Rodgers, his really only reliable target throughout consistently the Seahawks game was Davante Adams. Now, they do a great job of getting Davante Adams the football, but again, the 49ers, they have the ability to take him away. So, with all that being said, in my opinion, I believe the Green Bay Packers will actually upset the 49ers. I feel this way. I'm going to go 21-20 Green Bay Packers. I just had that feeling, that Aaron Rodgers is going to come out here and the second time facing this great 49ers defense, he's going to ball out. And I believe he's just going to make a play or two in this game that the 49ers defense just cannot stop. He'll make about 2 or 3 perfect throws that will decide this game, okay? And I believe the Green Bay Packers defense will make enough plays in this game to win. Listen, Jimmy Garoppolo, he did not do very much versus the Minnesota Vikings. He did not even have 150 yards passing, okay? If you take away Jimmy G's running game and force him to trail from behind, he can be had. Jimmy G is a good, solid quarterback. I'm higher on Jimmy G than most people. But if you put the ball in his hands enough, he'll throw it to your team. And what do the Green Bay Packers feast off of? Turnovers. The Green Bay Packers are great at not giving the football away on offense and creating turnovers on defense. That's their bread and butter. They will bend a lot, but they can create turnovers and make game-changing plays on defense with the Smith brothers up front, with Kenny Clark in the middle, with Blake Martinez, their great middle linebacker, okay? With Jair Alexander, with that great secondary, okay? I believe the Green Bay Packers will get after Jimmy G, and I believe they'll play one of their best games. Listen, Russell Wilson, he was sacked 5 times last week. Russell Wilson was just out there making some plays in the second half that not a lot of quarterbacks can make versus this Packers defense, okay? The Green Bay Packers have a top 10 defense right now. They're 9th in scoring, okay? So I understand that it may be a little bit inflated based on some of the teams they played, but it's a better defense in the past. And the last time Aaron Rodgers had a top 10 defense, he won a Super Bowl. And I just believe now that Aaron Rodgers has shown you that he can be perfect and fit the ball into tight windows once again. I always thought Aaron Rodgers never left, but I had questions if Aaron Rodgers could be the bad man of old, meaning he was just almost perfect virtually throughout the entire game. I believe Aaron Rodgers is going to have a great day. I just believe he'll play close to perfect. And I believe they'll have enough support from Aaron Jones. I believe facing this 49ers defense a second time will definitely help this Packers team. I believe that Jimmy G will not do a whole lot versus this Packers defense. And listen, it just comes down to this. I believe Aaron Rodgers knows his legacy's on the line. I know that Aaron Rodgers is going to come out here ready to kill. And wouldn't it be sweet if Aaron Rodgers can win this game versus the 49ers and say, hey, I told you so. I think this is one of the career-defining games for Aaron Rodgers. The last couple of NFC Championship games versus the Falcons, versus the Seahawks, the Packers let some opportunities go away. This Packers team is a complete football team. They can run the football, they can play defense, and as good as Jimmy G and the 49ers are, if you have a quarterback that can take you over the top versus the defense, I think you got a shot. I believe the Packers will barely win this game. I expect their defense to create a turnover or two, and I just think Aaron Rodgers is going to be the difference in this game. I have the Packers winning 21-20 and just barely advancing to the Super Bowl on the road versus the 49ers. Be sure to comment where you agree with me and disagree with me. Love to hear what you got to say in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video today. Be sure to smash this like button right now if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to my channel if you're new as well. I do post a ton of great sports videos weekly and almost every single day if I can. A fun fact about me is I want to go into the sports broadcasting and media world. I want to become one of the next great sports broadcasters and analysts out in the world. Kind of like Colin Cowherd, Stephen A. Smith, Shannon Sharp. You get the point. Okay, I want to do sports, television, and radio for a full living once I graduate from the University of Toledo, a college in Northern Ohio. I currently am a freshman there right now. So the best thing you guys can do to just help me continue to grow as a young broadcaster is to just share this channel with all your friends, because potentially if this channel really gets somewhere, I want to start my own network, okay? You know, or potentially if it doesn't, you know, or if I fall a little bit short, I want to go into a big time network like ESPN or Fox Sports 1. So the best thing you guys can do to just flat out just help me grow as a broadcaster, help me learn, you know, get other people hip to this channel, you know, just share this channel with all your friends, share this channel on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share it on Instagram, all that good stuff. Also, be sure to follow me on all my social media platforms. And once again, guys, just share this channel with everyone you know. Get everyone hipped and watching these videos. Get my voice out there and heard. Share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share it on Instagram, all that good stuff. It's been your boy, Ghiman Mckinney, or you can just call me Juice. I appreciate all you guys for tuning in today. I really do. Have a God bless day. Stay motivated, you guys, and I'm out.